I may offend about 90% of people that do go into the gym, but if you are constantly training for months and haven't seen any results, this is probably why. You don't need more
No
motivation, you
more.
don't need more pre-workout, and
No,
you
no,
definitely don't
no.
need another TikTok workout video that you've been seeing and just adding new stuff every
No,
month.
no, no.
As a coach, you actually probably need something that's actually built around your specific needs and your specific limitations. Everybody's different. As a coach, I see a lot of people who are working out consistently 4 to 5 days a week. And, they're picking stuff randomly, constantly, and they're not sticking with a regular program week to week. So their weeks are changing constantly. And how can you see that you progress without sticking with the same things that you are trying to progress? A lot of people, train really hard, which is totally fine. But if you're not letting your body recover, all of that hard work is really just digging you deeper into the ground, deeper into injury. So without that rebuild cycle of recovering and actually letting your body rest, you know, you're not going to build up that muscle or tone down that weight or really any of your goals that you're trying to do. As a coach, I feel like I see that a lot in the sense of a lot of people are constantly, trying to add something new they see in a TikTok video and then just randomly throughout the week and it's consistently different. So you're not really going to progress that way unless you're actually sticking with the things that you know that are actually going to specifically help you, whether that's with a shoulder injury, whether that's with knee pain, or whether that's with hip
Shakira, Shakira.
issues. So, I mean, there's a lot of different things. And as a coach for a good bit, couple years now, I've trained a good bit of different people. And, there's people that come in who are really, trying to grind it out. And I explain to them, like, definitely want to take your recovery days just as serious as your workout days because without that recovery, you don't have energy for that next workout or for that next, challenge that you're trying to put yourself through. So without any of that, I feel like a lot of people are constantly hurting or constantly in pain, which make them stray away from the gym constantly, which, the gym shouldn't be something that you fear, but more so in the sense of something that you should be excited for, in the sense of improving your health, improving longevity for your body, and just overall, just feeling confident in yourself, in your body, in your self image, which the gym does that for a lot of people, me included. And I definitely feel like, with some of my clients, they would, train themselves to exhaustion, or even like I've taken a client off of working out for a good little bit. Wasn't intended because we both had something going on, but at the same time, he came back stronger. He came back stronger than what he was before. And before he was definitely saying, he felt, less energy into his day to day. And, with a good break sometimes, that's sometimes what you need to improve or go to the next stage. Another reason why you're not progressing into the gym is you're not tracking your weights or reps. So, how do you know that you're going up on your weights or on your exercises if you don't even remember what you did last week or the rep count? You always constantly have to progressively overload your body if you are trying to whether improve strength or even just in general trying to lose weight and get into the gym. You always constantly have to go up on weight or, go up on reps or just challenging yourself compared to the week before or the day before. When you're constantly sticking with the same weights or sticking with the same amount of reps, you're not really doing much for yourself. Whether, you're trying to build strength or, going for a hike, older people, if you're trying to build strength, going for a hike, or if you're trying to, lose weight for a bodybuilding competition. Any of those different things, you always have to progressively do something different because doing the same thing over and over again isn't always going to be the best thing when it comes to same weight, same reps constantly. You always have to challenge your body, put your body in adaptive stress to the point where, it's growing and not just, going away into abyss. That's mentioned that a lot of the stuff that I do actually transfer over to the real world. She didn't realize how her hips affected her getting out of the tub or her taking a next step on her stair step at home, where she has no guardrails and is literally, using single leg stability to get on up onto the step, which a lot of that stuff isn't told. And just in the sense of when people think gym, they're thinking, oh, I'm not trying to get too bulky or I'm not trying to get in the leanest shape possible and stuff like that. But there are multiple different ways that the gym can actually benefit you in the real world, not just in, you know, the body weight. So definitely feel like if you are new to fitness or trying to improve in fitness, give me a follow, give me a like, and stay tuned for more fitness tips. And if you are looking for training in the Lafayette, Louisiana area, or just in general, I do have in-person training as well as online training. Just click that link or, shoot me a email or DM through Shadow Wolf Performance and just let me know so we can get after it. Ow!